Why, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some cheap miniatures. First off, Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, Monsters of Avalon. Yes, this is a box of just miniatures. You might have seen these being sold individually online, and yeah, I love products like this because obviously people love board games and whatnot, but I just love the miniatures to use in games like D&D, so I don't need all the extra board game stuff. So whenever I come up with expansions like this and I see them in the stores, it makes me happy because like you can just buy a box and all you're buying is the miniatures. Look at the detail on this little snake thing. Underwater snake, maybe a hydra. Lovely, lovely detail on these. Obviously, these are going to be a little bit larger in scale for D&D. Oh yeah, one of these guys was missing his arms. Not a huge deal. I mean, I got this on deep discount at Miniature Market, so yeah. But just take a look. Are you not getting Elden Ring vibes from this? Because I definitely am. I think this would be amazing to use some of these miniatures as a cheap alternative to buying like 3D printed Elden Ring stuff if you want to throw in some Elden Ring monsters or settings into your game. There's some very interesting alternative miniatures in here that you could use for D&D monsters or just make up some custom stuff or do what I do and just reskin some of your game monsters and make them look more interesting. There's the proper Hydra on the right and then the big sea serpent on the left. The texture on this is really amazing. We have a little boar on the left and then the undead wolf on the right. Obviously much larger, but hey. And then this thing, this is like a siren type thing. I really liked this miniature. It was so weird. You got the bizarre like seal whale thing and then the charming little lure in the mouth. On to Alter Quest. Alter Quest, of course, is one of those board games, and this is the stretch goal box, which again is going to be primarily miniatures, which you can use for any game. These guys are a little bit more in scale with D&D. I think that the bases are a little bit smaller. I'll do a size comparison for that a little bit later in the video. But yeah, this box is a stretch goal box, which means even though it does have a lot of the board game stuff, the main deal is definitely the miniatures. Take a look at the lovely little thing there. Obviously, somebody, if you don't have your own little Chessex mat like I have on the background here, something like this could come in it could come in handy for somebody who's brand new to the hobby. Maybe they don't have their own terrain board yet. So yeah, a lot of NPCs, a lot of player characters, but what really excited me about this set was all of the little traps and terrain bits. As we see here, we have a bear trap little piece of terrain, which I love stuff like this. You generally don't see something like this with like official D&D miniatures and stuff. They just don't make it. But with board games like this, you can get the weirdo miniatures, like this little cultist guy wearing the bird skull. I mean, that is just very unique. We got some little like maybe a crypt or a cairn, or maybe somebody just organizing some bones on a big stone block. We got some little imp guys, little enemies there. I got Elden Ring vibes off this guy too. Just an undead guy sitting down, taking a load off. Look at that. If that's not Elden Ring, I don't know what it is. And here we have the comparison of the bases. We have the Hasbro D&D base and the little bases there. A little bit smaller, but hey, you can see that it's still kind of in the same scale. We got a fire trap. We got a fountain. A lot of nice detail on that fountain. Very cool looking. We got boxes. We got shrines. We got all sorts of stuff in this thing. And I'm showing off the translucent magma guy here. Obviously a fun miniature that you can use as is. Or maybe touch it up a little bit. And then a lovely little tiefling style miniature. And a excellent looking werewolf style miniature. I have so many werewolves, but I really like the looks of these. And finally, we have probably the centerpiece of this set, the cage, which you can open up and snap back together. It's a highly detailed cage. If you happen to have a D&D puzzle that requires a large cage that can fit a couple medium-sized miniatures. I mean, this is one of the better ones I've ever seen. And that is it for these two sets of miniatures. A lot of people ask, hey, where do you find all your cheap miniatures? How come you are always able to find so many weird miniatures to put out on the table? And frankly, it's just sort of waiting until these board game projects have come to fruition. Everybody's gotten the board games. They're all out in stores. And eventually, they just go on sale and clearance. And knowing to look for the sets which are miniature only, or the sets that are primarily focused on miniatures like the Alter Quest stuff, that's what you really got to look for. And yeah, it's just a matter of having some patience, realizing that, hey guys, even though some of the prices on Kickstarter might be really good, you know, the way these board game sales cycles go, you're probably going to see a lot of this stuff either cheap on eBay for individual miniatures, or super cheap on places like Miniature Market, Cool Stuff and Company, and what was that other one that I found recently? Game Nerds. That's another one. Game Nerds with a Z. Those places all have these sets, and they go on sale very frequently. I've noticed, especially with the Steam Forge stuff, like the Dark Souls stuff. I bought a bunch of that in my latest Miniature Market shopping spree. And yeah, that went on deep discount for Steam Forge sales, but those regularly go on discount on miniaturemarket.com. If you want to know more about how I shop for miniatures, I think I'm going to link the Wally DM video that I did where I went with him and shopped for some miniatures. I'm going to link that below. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some more painting on this channel coming up very soon. So be on the lookout for some live streams. If you want to let me know in the comments below, hey, when's the best time for me to, like, you know, do some live streams where I can paint a little bit and answer some questions, that would be great. Let me know. And other than that, I think we're pretty much done. I'm looking through my questions. I think I might link my Discord as well. So if you're interested in stopping in the Discord, seeing all the painting projects everyone else is doing, and seeing what's coming up for videos, that's a good way to do it. I'm going to be doing some games on the channel in terms of pickup games. I tried streaming on Kick in terms of doing the improv games where chat plays, and that just wasn't really a big success at all. I think it might be better off to maybe try that on... I might actually try it on TikTok, and then I might actually go back to trying it on YouTube. Because, yeah, it's just a matter of just trying to figure out, like, what I can do to draw more people to the channel and everything like that. But, yep. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you for watching the video. Again, any comments, questions, anything, let me know in the comments below. Also, the YouTube nonsense has been weird lately, so if you enjoy my videos, find a video that you like, click like, leave a comment, do some interaction with the stuff, because YouTube's been very weird lately. And I am in a weird spot because I am gearing up to do some larger videos, but I just haven't been able to get anything situated yet. Also, there was the decision that I recently made to set up the D&D news on a separate YouTube account. Because I think a lot of people enjoy the voice acting here and showing off of miniatures and crafting stuff and Goodwill finds here. I really want to kind of just focus on that for this channel.